Right then. Light machine gun acquired. Feeling of being unstoppable also acquired. Feeling of ever so slightly being lost. Yeah, we've got that too. 'Cause well, in my efforts to be as thorough as possible, I do tend to sort of stray and revisit the exact same area over and over and over again, not realizing that, you know, I've been there, but hey. Is this meant to do something? One would assume yes? Shut off steam, yes. Good. Well, you know. Depends on who you ask. Okay, found a workbench as well, and a door I can open. Right. Peculiar situation we're in. What is this? Install modification magazine. Uh-huh. Light machine gun has a damage of 19. This thing isn't the greatest, but I can make it into a plasma light machine gun. I think I'd very much like to do that. I think. Yeah. Obviously I had to test fire it. Right, so that's the door then.
No, 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 just leave me alone.
Mate, I'm gonna find you eventually. You do understand this, yes? And that when I do...
No, 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 just leave me alone. No, 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 just leave me alone.
No, I'm going down. Okay, sorry. Yes, I was up there, now I'm going down. If there is a down. Yes, there is. Okay.
No, 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 just leave me alone.
Could you stop saying that?
Go away, Phantom.
Go away, Phantom. Are you...
You're not real. You're not real.
Of course I'm real. And I will shoot you to prove it.
Go away, Phantom. You're not real. You're not real.
Right. Hello?
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
You're really starting to piss me off. Sneak 30, I wasn't trying to startle you. Most people don't see me coming. That's far from the truth. Actually, that couldn't be further from the truth. Calm down. Not trying to hurt you.
The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're not imagining me. You're eating sprats? You're not imagining me.
Of course. Do excuse me. I experience brief flashes of mania during which I am visited by the phantoms of my imagination.
As long as you
Chester
understand
D.
that
Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
How long have you been down there again?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
You also talk about yourself in the third person all the time. What do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave personality. chairman of the board, galactic defender, cysty pig tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
Oh, so you're a simple engineer right here at this plant, right. What happened to this place?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
Yes, so I've realised from the thing. And how weren't you killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
How did you not starve eating sprats, obviously? You mentioned being an engineer.
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
Uh-huh. Right. What was that about being a cysty pig tycoon?
Oh, before. Definitely before. Cysty pig tycoonery was the apex of my long and storied career.
Long, is it? You must know of a way to stop these mechanicals if you worked on them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with them. I made it this far.
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer.
Sure I do.
I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Uh-huh. Yeah, someone tampered with this.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering.
Naturally, I am a genius.
There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. Farewell, then. Yeah. Oh, Guide to Mechanical Engineering Volume 3. Right. That's where it is. Got it. I needed that for, a person. For the life of me, I can't recall his name. Maybe you remember him. I think you know him. Where are you? Bavati? No? Doesn't ring a bell? Probably does. I'll know it when I see him, right? He's in with the other hipsters and stuff. Now, the way you phrased "just in the other room" made it sound like, you know, there's a way to access it from here, like through one of these things, but apparently not, right? Yeah, okay. So instead, I believe we will be heading up again. And that is perfectly alright. Since I believe we've cleaned the place out. Got the password to the robot behavior thing a little bit late, but that's alright. I think... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I turned on all the manual flip switching that I was supposed to do. Is it? Is it up here? Yes. Yes, it is. So
Once you do this, there's no going back.
Yeah, about that.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power
Don't
regulator
mister me,
and all.
come on.
I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Very much so, yes. But I would not mind hearing your opinion on it.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
I wasn't intending on doing that, honestly. Reed tells me Edgewater's going to die without workers and power. I see your point, I think, right to make. Yeah, okay, let's go with this.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family.
I don't think he...
In Mr.
honestly, I think he tried to wrestle control over the... Well, controls from me, but sure, I get your
must
point.
work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
Yeah, I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
Yeah. Glad you did.
Really? I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You know, two heads are better than one and all that. Obviously, mine is by far superior, but, you know. I don't mind you exercising your right to speak. Also, really appreciate you taking off the helmet when you talk to me. As, you know, I just really, really do. So, redirect power. Yes, continue. Redirect power to Edgewater. Okay, now run. Oh, I do think there is a... No? There was a terminal, wasn't there? There was a terminal where I could use... Oh, I swear there was. There was a terminal where I could use the password of that guy. Unless I hacked the terminal, which is not impossible. Was it down here? No. So let's think about it. He said he worked on maintenance. It wasn't over there. It wasn't over there. This one here? No. Did I hack it? I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Found it. Right. Good. Good. We may leave now, I suppose, right? Something on the third floor. What? Actually, what is it on the third floor? Workbench, yes. We know about that. Good. We may leave now. And into the Emerald Vale we go. Ah yes, I could have mucked up the drone's targeting system, but there aren't any drones left, are there? No. Not really. Well, I say not really, literally no. So yeah, I think that's okay, not turn it off from this side? Okay. I mean, there's like 17 different ways in, that's not the problem, it's just that I would have thought I could... Oh, good God. You wouldn't believe it, I'm carrying too much. I know, right? And if I were to break down a few of these, that would help, right? One would assume. Okay, ammo has no weight. That's useful. Worker outfit, disgusting. No. Riot armor, no. Okay, yeah, that fixed the carrying capacity issue. Huh. Interesting. I kind of want to hack this. Ah, yes, disarm the security fences. There we go. And what, leave the place even more vulnerable? I mean, basically, the place isn't exactly defended anymore, is it? Okay, what the hell is that? And I probably shouldn't shoot it, right?
Here we go. That's gotta hurt. Down they go.
I didn't see it from the body of the other thing. Ugh! Potentially the stupidest thing I've ever done so far. Potentially the stupidest thing I've done so far. Pick a fight with random wildlife for the sake of picking a fight with random wildlife. Oh well. Yes, it is over encumbered. Break down. There we go, and okay. Now then, let's avoid the dangerous wildlife, stick to the road, and return for our rewards. Oh, and that's another important part of this entire endeavor. If I turn off power to Edgewater, I probably wouldn't have gotten all the well, all the stuff I was supposed to get, right? Okay, after sneaking parts out of the industrial sector a couple of days, I think I finally have everything I need to build my own flying death machine. Oh. God. Sorry. So, clearly, you have indeed built your own death machine. And then shot yourself with it. Or, you know, the machine shot you. Either which way, I now have a plasma rifle. And, you know, you can make of that what you will. Excuse you. Wow. Okay, this is no small deal. Whew. And the weight on this thing, look at it. Damn, okay. Yeah, I am most definitely a fan of this. Good question, can I? No, I can't. Okay. So... off to Edgewater then. Did I ever take this? Well, no, I need to go to the botanical lab first, but yeah. You're not going to be all too pleased with me, are you? Ah, well. Right, lady. Hi. Power's gone.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
You're welcome to
This
try.
is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock
You
will
could salt it,
starve.
you could store it like in the olden
I'm
days,
gonna
but
ask you
you
this in
know.
private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
2 reasons. Reed needs his people back. This isn't personal. I need power regulator. I don't owe you an explanation. It's neither of these. It's the fact that the alternative was way shittier than the shitty option that, you know, I took. That's the real reason. Because, I mean, here's the thing. If I cut off power to Edgewater, they're just gone, right? You're not going to be able to take care of all of them. They're just gone, right? I'm hurting a bunch of people, ruining their lives. Wasn't that what I just did? No, you have an option to go back, right? You have an option to go back, and that option's not that bad. It's pretty bad, but, you know, you'll survive the way they over there do, you know? So... also, Reed needs his people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility.
No,
You
I'm
tell
going,
Reed
I'm
Thompson
getting off
that
this rock,
I
love.
will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done?
Yes.
Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos?
No,
Kill Reed if
no,
you
not
must.
chaos. Personal
Talk him
profit
into
potentially,
leaving
but
if you can.
not, you
He
know.
and I are not sharing the same 4 walls together.
Okay, I'll need some help convincing him to leave his post, though.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth.
By planting seeds into the
The
ground?
secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
What happens when you run out of corpses?
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty. Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
What happens when you run out of those corpses? My question is, when exactly do you intend to start popping people in the head so that they can turn into your glorious fertilizer? Mind you, she's gonna die before that happens. Yeah, where did this anger exactly come from?
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story.
And
as
I'm
she
assuming
needs.
your son will not be turned into the fertilizer thing because, you know, your son, right? Right.
One of us want to go see what happened?
Thomas!
Keep staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
Yeah, I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The one that's most difficult to find, my child. The elusive part 3.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there?
Yep,
Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
it was!
I appreciate you going through all that trouble.
Hey, don't mention
One
it.
data pad's enough to guide me down my newfound path. Just remember, I got something saved for you if you find me all 3.
I think I'm going to find the other 2 a lot easier than I found this one. Right, I'll let you know if I find
Sure,
any
I'd be
other
glad
ones.
to take them off your hands.
Yes, now, yeah, you're not going to survive without power. Time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
Then don't work at the cannery.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one.
Especially because I've stolen the only engineer the town has.
Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and I'm as good as dead to her.
Oh. Right. Stay put. I'm going to talk to Reed,
You know where to find me.
and I'm going to convince him to step down first. Yeah. And then... you're going to be a lot more difficult to convince. Mostly because you have a sniper rifle. I tend to find that people with sniper rifles are more difficult to convince. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to this place. We're going to collect all the sort of little bits and pieces that we needed to collect over there. I'll basically pay for the jobs that I've done. And then, right, after that's done, head over to the shop, sell a couple of things, and then get rid of Reed. Try and talk him into stepping down. If he doesn't want to step down, I've got a really powerful gun. And I think that's generally going to be the way forward. Try and convince people to do what you want them to do. If they don't want to be convinced, I've got a really powerful gun. Because all I'm saying is, I'm tired of working with idiots. I work with idiots everywhere I go. Sometimes, it's best to let the giant gun do the talking. If all else fails, you know. Obviously, it's a heck of a lot easier to let the giant gun do the talking if you have the aforementioned giant gun, which up until now, I didn't, so, you know, can't exactly blame me for not employing this strategy prior. What do you think about us murdering, well, me specifically, but, you know, you're the accomplice, murdering Reed? You're a little bit quiet on the entire subject. Any thoughts on that?
I think you did the rightest thing you could, sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they don't care much for me.
Aww. They seem very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff.
That
He
guy
always used to
seemed
follow
very
me
fond of you. I
around,
mean, yeah,
asking me to
he,
explain what I was
not
doing.
they.
Like a puppy, kinda.
Oh. I've not lately seen a man with a bigger or more obvious crush.
I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him.
Aww. Okay, that's very nice. You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
The mission being too clean?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. Isn't it supposed to be?
I know, but Vicar says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicar sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Yeah, it's an ideal, not what we live in, but what we strive
It just
for.
comes off cold to me, is all.
Ah. Yeah, I get it, I really, really do. That's actually surprisingly deep, that the ideal that we're striving for is actually colder than the world we live in right now. And, you know, take a look at the world we live in right now. Yeah, that actually got me thinking a little bit. Yeah, the ideal we strive to ain't all that ideal, is it? Should I go into the cannery and just talk to him right now? He's supposed to be up there, right? Let's go. Oh, the elevator music again. I'm not gonna lie to you. A tiny bit of me, just a tiny bit of me, wants to go right there, and that's it, you know. Mind you, I'm heavily dissuaded by the guards now. Right, Mr. Reed, hello.
Day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
As soon as you leave. She won't come back as long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice.
Right.
I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town.
I do not doubt that. However, your town's terrified of the plague. Abernathy asked me to steal medicine for him.
I am not without compassion for Abernathy's predicament, but the plague has taken a hard toll on us all. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Easy with the insulting. Second of all, Adelaide's people aren't getting sick with the plague. Third of all, you're a Spacer's Choice man. How about being Edgewater's man, for a change?
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
Based on your medical opinion. Have you people ever eaten an actual vegetable?
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree? We are a Spacer's Choice Saltuna cannery. We eat Saltuna here, and only Saltuna.
I'm pretty sure it's your food that's making you sick. You need Adelaide's garden.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse.
Yes, but Adelaide's found a way to grow food.
You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Look. All I know is that it involves some really complicated math. And it works. Promise,
If
Governor.
Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
What are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
You don't have to do this, you know. This can't be easy for you. Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
You won't last a day outside the walls.
I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week.
You don't have to do this.
I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague, and she knows how to tend to crop. She's what this town needs.
This is true, but this isn't easy for you, is
I've always
it?
tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
Okay, take care, man. And I genuinely mean it. Take care. He looks like the kind of reads key to unlock. We're gonna follow him, and when he dies outside the walls, we're gonna grab the key and come back here. Don't worry about it though. Let's not think about it too much right now. As I was saying, he struck me early on as a very sort of, you know, evil. Well, maybe not evil necessarily, but like, you know, greedy bastard. He really did, and now I'm not sure. Yeah? Okay, more ammo, carrying capacity, tactile time dilation, charge rate, base HP. Let's go with more time dilation in general. Right. Oh, that's a considerable difference in the meter. Okay. Right then, the evil corporate commander is gone.
You're safer inside the walls.
So I've heard. We've secured a better future for the town in general. Ooh. I've also discovered a place where we can steal a bunch of stuff.
Got it. Heads down.
Should we be doing this? Who am I kidding? Probably not, but you know what I mean? Like, this is completely unguarded. We can just walk on in here, and there's even a convenient vendor where we can sell everything that we've just stolen. It's a little bit too convenient, you know? Oh, there's sprats here as well. Good, okay then, let's get out of here. After we've robbed the cannery blind. I mean, that's... What are they thinking? I suppose it's a small town, something goes missing that's bound to turn up sooner or later, and, you know, something along those lines, and I'm sure there's a rational explanation or 7 lying around the corner, but... There's people inside this building. Evil people inside this building.
Get ready. Nice one. Wow, great work.
We've killed 3 sprats of the rabid variety. We're not exactly modern day heroes, you know. No need to yell great work for stuff like this, but then again... Ooh, unlock second balcony door. Second floor balcony door, even. Ah, see, this we haven't done before. Well, before. I found a grenade launcher. I found a plasma rifle, a grenade launcher, and a light machine gun. I am a one-man army. Well, you know, not exactly one-man army. I've got you to help me, but you know what I mean. Like, there's this evil, maniacal scientist in me that just wants to go. You know what? You've accumulated enough hardware at this point to basically not care anymore about anything they say. And you can just take over the town. Who's going to oppose you? A couple of guards armed with pistols and swords? No, 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 no. Okay, not very accurate. I cannot describe to you how much I love this gun now. If you excuse me. That's a hit. Yeah, I absolutely adore this gun. Holy hell, I absolutely adore it. I did not expect to like it this much. Though, all of that said, I'm a little bit disappointed at how quickly the Marauders made it back here and took back their old positions from their former friends. Well, say former friends, they're not exactly former friends, they're just friends that are no longer alive, but you know, I think that qualifies as former as well. Okay. Let's go and talk to the to the hipsters again.